Maybe I'll record a bit of videos today. Wait a minute, I cannot. Because for some reason my game capture has not been exporting and it's been lagging, so I don't know what's going on with my gameplay. And when I finally stopped the recording, where is it? It's just gone. I only got 2 Splatoon videos in my entire walkthrough. Luckily they're side order. I can just put that in as a backdrop for my Splatoon wrap-up story. Welcome everybody, I'm Mr.L Ludwig, and I have decided to stop making what I call priority videos, quote fingers, and start making just regular non-gameplay videos. But it's about time I started adding some gameplay as backdrop, because without it, what's the point? So I decided that's what I'm doing. I decided to include as a backdrop from one of my walkthroughs in this video while I adjust some things. To get started, I did just mention how my game capture has been lagging and how it didn't export the last few times I've been recording. So I checked it out. I looked up a bunch of videos, but I obviously didn't type in the right search, and I ended up with the wrong things. Luckily, I was able to fix the problem by coming up with my dad. To anyone who doesn't know yet, this guy is my dad. That's right, the cool Matrix-looking guy who looks like Neo. We had a conversation, a little or less, but since he's my dad, he had the ability to take away my computer since I was using them way too much. Not to mention the things I've been watching on YouTube lately. But I figured out a clear schedule now, so that's a little bit of something. Ooh, what's this little video here in my previously watched history? That's a Kirby leak video from Nintendo Land. So why is that there? Well, I watched it clearly. I'll do a bit more deeper investigation on Kirby lore in a separate video. Not only that, but the time span that I've been gone, not too recently, the Sonic the Hedgehog 3rd movie finally flippin' came out. If you want to learn a bit of my theories, check out my first podcast episode on it. I've made a bunch of pies, and I'm sure you'd be interested in maybe taking the apple, pun intended. Oh well, I got my computers taken away. I have a phone, and it has the Podcasters app. Maybe I can make a podcast on it. Hold on a minute, this isn't a phone, it's an iPod. I'm sure that's no problem, except it is. I'm not going to be making any podcast episodes on my iPod because it stopped updating. It won't update to the next version. So with that, I am unable to make podcast episodes on my iPod. But I did manage to log in to Podcasters on my computer. So whether or not I can get this microphone working better, I may be able to release podcast episodes on that. And maybe edit them a little bit more subtly, I guess I should say. Not only that, but with the Grand Festival coming up, I'm under a lot of pressure. This might be my first 4 live streams actually, and my big 5th one will be an end of the year live stream where I'm just taking down a bunch of Nintendo Switch bosses as its big 2024 finale. So since Nintendo released an announcement that they're going to be announcing Switch in the fiscal year, you know what I have to do here. I kind of have to do a big end of Switch live stream. We loved you, Switch. R.I.P. you. And I'll celebrate and the last part of the live stream will be the Grand Festival of Super Mario Odyssey, and I'll finish, and the final boss will be Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Gleam Darkon. I think that's pretty good. But I will be taking. But I'm looking at my Switch games like right now. Okay. Looking at my Switch games right now, I have a couple of launch titles that I could do. I have a couple of final bosses I know I could defeat, and while I'm at it, I might as well go on the Switch emulators and do a bit of final bosses from there. You know, like Nintendo throughout the years or something. But however, it turns out, so long as I get to watch my most favorite episode of as long as I get to watch my most favorite New Year's episode on TV before I go to sleep, I'm satisfied. Because I'm either live streaming or watching TV. But, well, live streaming or watching TV. And when I'm watching TV, I usually end it with the ball drop. And it's amazing. I love watching the ball drop every New Year's Eve. I was originally gonna call this my rage video out of anger for what's happened in the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, however long it's been, and have myself just yell the whole time. But I decided to be pretty calm about it and just call this video as it is, addressing some things or what I've been up to the last few weeks, depending on what I've called the title in the future. Because, I have a whole editing process and stuff. My Majora's Mask Part 3 video was now my videos on Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. There's Part 0, the intro, Part 1, Clock Town, Part 2, the side quests. Part 3 is the introduction to the Southern Swamp. That's the only Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask video that didn't export. So I just need to fix this Elgato capture lagging system, and then if I can, I'll fix the export, and that way I'll be able to release Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask Part 3 sometime soon enough. And that just brings me to a couple less of my topics, because I have been doing a whole situation. I have decided to change my description so that it shows that I'm not posting every day, because the last few weeks clearly showed that I don't post every day. But I will be posting every once so often. I will be posting once or twice a week, depending on what I can get done. I've decided to only do editing on Mondays and Fridays and gaming on weekends. Speaking of which, see this picture? It was a screenshot taken directly from my clip, which will be included in my Splat Wrap-Up story the day before the Grand Festival. Maybe the exact same day, but just earlier. Because looking at the Grand Festival right now seems a little bit late Thursday. So, and since we're in the month of September now, you can see that I've been in some type of predicament. With me running out of time here, I only have to get done 3 videos after this before the Grand Festival is completed. So I will be live streaming the results, and hopefully Team Future wins, because that's what I'm going to be joining. I will show you all and tell you all why in my big real Splat Wrap-Up video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Goodbye.